Hello everybody, it's Darth Vader here, and welcome back to another episode of This Week in Star Wars Canon, where every week you can expect me to talk about the comics, the novels, the TV series, and anything else that connects back to Star Wars. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video. So, getting things started, I want to talk about the new episodes of Star Wars Rebels for Season 4. We have Episode 12, Wolves and Adore, as well as Episode 13, A World Between Worlds. Now, I'm not going to get heavy into these episodes because I already have my spoiler-filled reviews for them on the channel right now, so make sure you go ahead and watch them after you watch this. So, it's very evident that Dave Filoni was playing the long game when it comes to Star Wars Rebels, particularly with World Between Worlds. A lot of things coming up from the past, and a lot of things that are going to definitely satisfy some fans. And Dave Filoni is a master of storytelling. I mean, we know this because he learned from the best of the best, George Lucas himself, when he was creating Clone Wars. So this episode in particular, we have Ezra, who's going back to the Jedi Temple on Lothal. As he enters, he goes somewhere that you wouldn't expect, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for that. And the next thing I want to talk about this week is Darth Vader, issue number 12. This is part 2 of the Rule of 5 arc, and in the last issue we have Darth Vader, who basically had an assassination attempt put out on him, and what happens is he's now going with the Ninth Sister, who was also on that mission with him. They're going back to Coruscant. He's going to ask the Emperor personally what happened, because apparently there's this call that was traced back to the highest of the high over there in the Imperial District. So he thinks that maybe it's even the Emperor himself, and the Emperor tells him, like, no, it wasn't me. If I wanted to kill you, you would be dead already, kind of thing. And now we have Vader, who is trying to figure out who it actually was. So getting into the things that I liked about this episode. First off, the last issue, we actually had the destruction of his hilt in that battle with those people that tried to kill him. So now he actually rebuilds his hilt into that iconic black and silver hilt that we see him with in the original trilogy. So that was a really cool kind of callback to what's going on in the future of Star Wars there. I also really enjoy, and this is for the entire series as a whole, the conversations between the Emperor and Darth Vader, especially in this conversation in this comic. Basically, the Emperor is saying, look, like, as more people know about you, the more people are going to want to kill you. So you're never going to satisfy your rage, pretty much, because there's always going to be people to kill, kind of thing. And in a previous issue, we know that Emperor didn't want him to kill as many people because some people are important and they should be kept alive rather than being force choked. And while that conversation was going on, the Emperor was in the Jedi library, I believe, and he actually had in his hands what looked like a Mandalorian type of helmet. And as he's doing that, he's talking about the old Sith and Jedi. So I thought that was a nice little touch. And it was really cool in this particular issue because Vader is actually meditating and actually, I guess, hearing the thoughts of these dissenters that are the ones that actually planned the assassination attempt on Vader. So it's a pretty cool visual, to be honest with you, because as he's meditating, he has lightsaber, in front of him, but then in his mind's eye, or whatever you want to call it, he is basically this like red blob of hatred, it seems like, on Mustafar. So it's a very kind of cool type of artwork that's kind of spliced in between what these people with the masks that are dissenting against Vader. So I wanted to learn more about them. That is for sure. Another thing I enjoyed was at the end of this issue when Vader is finally revealed to the Empire. So the Emperor makes a stand in front of hundreds of officers and says, "This is my right-hand man, and he forces my will, so act to him like as you would act to me," kind of thing. And then Vader makes a show of force by force choking 5 of the officers, saying basically that, "I know some of you are trying to kill me. I will keep killing you until I find who's doing it," basically. So he is basically making a show of himself to those other officers, like, look, don't mess with me. I have power. So next week you guys can look forward to the Star Wars Rebels series finale. That is episode 14, A Fool's Hope, as well as episode 15, Family Reunion and Farewell. You can also look forward to The Last Jedi novelization, as well as Star Wars issue number 44. So a huge week for Star Wars next week. So I want to hear from you guys now. What do you think of the Star Wars Rebels episodes that came out this week please talk spoiler free in that comment section below, as well as what are you thinking about the Darth Vader comic book series. Let's talk about it in that comment section below. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I have plenty of other Star Wars content and other things that I talk about on a weekly basis. So if that interests you, please make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps me out and I very much appreciate it. My name's Star Raptor. Thank you for watching and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.